Module 1. The referral is received. In this module, we'll focus on the 3 steps to take once a referral is received. The steps are scheduling an appointment to meet in your office, known as CITO, sending the buyer questionnaire, and thanking the referral source. We'll start with the first point of contact with the client. When the call comes in, your goal is to schedule the buyer's meeting in your office, and then to email the buyer questionnaire to the client. The client must complete the questionnaire before the meeting so that you're able to do some necessary research beforehand. Be aware that some buyers are eager to see properties right away, even before having a buyer's meeting. It's critical to set expectations up front so that they understand the meeting is the necessary first step in the process, and seeing properties first is not in their best interest. The way I like to explain it to the client is like this. Mr. Smith, when Steve referred you to me, I told him I would take very good care of you. I would be doing a disservice if we did not meet first to discuss your needs and goals and thoroughly review the process. Does that make sense? Now, for a buyer referral, it's critical to have the first meeting in your office. In our industry, there is an acronym for this, CITO. It means come into the office. By meeting in your office, you have control over the process and have access to your in-house resources, like software used to calculate payments and to assess properties. It can also give you an idea of the client's commitment to purchasing a home and working with you. This meeting allows you to find out the client's goals and objectives and to explain the process and your role in it as a real estate agent. Just as a side note, if you're working with a listing client, you may want to meet in the client's home so you can see the property, come up with a punch list of pre-market items, and begin the pricing analysis process. However, for our purposes with this training module, we're going to focus on a buyer referral. How you schedule a buyer's meetings depends upon how you prefer to manage your calendar. The key is to have set time slots and to commit to them. In my business, we schedule buyer meetings either first thing in the morning or late Saturday afternoon, or after 5 p.m. during the week. We feel these are the best times because most clients work Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The time slots offered are convenient and allow my clients to focus on the home buying process. In my business, providing a couple of scheduling options provides flexibility, but also allows me to maintain control of my calendar. I've also found that clients respect someone who is organized and will be flexible. I offer 2 choices. The way I explain this to my clients is, Mr. Smith, I'd like to schedule a time to discuss your search that is convenient for you. I have openings on Saturday at 9 and Thursday at 6. Do either of these times work for you? This scripting gives the client a choice so they don't feel pushed, but keeps appointments in the blocked time slots. The next step, and this is critical, is to let the client know that you're going to email them a buyer questionnaire and that you'll need them to complete and return it before the meeting so that you can research and prepare properly. Then, I obtain their mailing and email addresses so that I can send a thank you card and the buyer questionnaire. Now, I also like to create a reminder in my Outlook calendar for a day or 2 before the buyer meeting. This way, I can follow up in case I haven't received the questionnaire in advance. I like to allow myself at least 1 day to do the research for my client so that I'm prepared for the buyer meeting. Now it's time to email the buyer questionnaire. I always make sure to explain its importance before sending it out. The way I explain this to my clients is like this. Mr. Smith, I take a different approach than most real estate agents. It's called the Core 7 system. This means that I take a big picture approach that focuses on how real estate fits into your overall financial plan. I manage the home buying process with the experts in each field as necessary to make sure that your goals are met. With that in mind, I'm going to email you my buyer questionnaire. It's very important that you fill it out and return it to me before our meeting. This enables me to be 100% prepared by researching your needs in advance. Then, I email the Core 7 buyer questionnaire to the client. Now, here's an important thing to note. If the referral came from a professional, like one of the Core 7, be sure to CC or BCC them on the email to demonstrate your process. If the referral is from a customer, however, it's not necessary to copy them. It's important to understand that using the buyer questionnaire puts you far ahead of the majority of real estate agents right out of the gate. The truth of the matter is that in real estate, a small percentage of real estate agents are responsible for the majority of the business. The typical agent doesn't use a step-by-step process and typically does not generate a large number of transactions. The Core 7 system and process, on the other hand, is specifically designed to help you become a stronger professional and give you a competitive edge over the rest of the market. Now, as I said earlier, After you email the questionnaire, always send a thank you card to the referral source. Writing a personal note is a very effective way to help grow your business. It leaves a lasting impression and shows that you took time out of your day to show appreciation. It doesn't have to be a long, thought-out note, just a kind word to show appreciation. Here's a simple example of what I write in my cards when I receive a referral. Thank you for referring John and Jane Smith. I really appreciate it. Your personal referrals are the single greatest compliment I can ever receive. I will take good care of them for you. Now, it's important to note that on the first call, the client may have some preliminary questions about the market, which you should feel free to answer. However, if their questions require detailed answers, try to defer the conversation until after you've reviewed their questionnaire, as your answers may require further research. In this module, we walk through the first point of contact with a buyer. We discuss scheduling the appointment at your office, building some upfront rapport, emailing the buyer questionnaire, and sending a thank you card to the referral source. Next, in Module 2, we'll walk through what happens when the buyer questionnaire is received.